Namato Ratanatayasa. May I pay homage to Triple Zem, the Buddha, Dhamma, and the Sangha. May I pay respect my parents and my teachers. Hello, good evening. Once again, I'm here, Ajahn Sujan from Varapunya Meditation Center. Today is 11th of April, so Saturday. On the 14th is Asian New Year. We normally have a celebration at the center, blessing celebration, a blessing ceremony, and also remembering our departed ones and making a merit and transferring it to them. So on this occasion, tomorrow, Sunday afternoon, 1 o'clock, monks will be performing a ceremony. So if you would like to send us your beloved ones' names, you can text me. So we will write it down and do the special ceremony for them. Meantime, all the people, those who passed away due to the coronavirus, particularly in the UK, it's more than 9,000 now, so sad thing, but we also will remember them during our chanting too. And also a few comments came. Thank you very much everyone for all the comments and the suggestions, and also some questions. Meantime, also I would like to extend my appreciation to our members, those who are coming and dropping off food and other necessary items to the center, and a generous donation towards the utility bills of the center. So thank you very much. Right, today is Saturday, so we will start off with the short meditation first, and then I will speak on a few things later on. So in this case, I would like to invite you sitting comfortable position, whichever position you feel comfortable. Oh, sorry. Just a little bit cold. I was walking in a field almost an hour, so probably my head is just getting cold. Right, okay, so sitting comfortably and finding your own comfortable position and leaving all your responsibilities aside. And just connect it. And whichever meditation objects and that you are comfortable, or whatever meditation technique that you feel comfortable to practice, you may go ahead and practice with it. Otherwise, you may follow the instructions as I instruct you tonight. So, sitting comfortably, feeling the presentness of the body. As you feel the presentness of body, bringing your awareness to the breath, as breath coming in and as breath going out, experiencing the entire body, and relax. As you relax, see the mental activities, and aware of it. and relax yourself. Settling down, grounding yourself on a breath. And with a few long breaths, you just come back. This guided meditation you can follow after our half an hour chanting. This is just to relax ourselves, to be ready to listen to the talks. Particularly because of the Saturday evening, I thought we better start off with a meditation. So, good evening once again. This is Achan Sujan from Varapunya Meditation Center, Aberdeen, Scotland. When I was walking meditation in our woodlands, that reminded me a story from the Buddha's time. And the story was Venerable Meghiya, one of the attendants of the Buddha before the Venerable Ananda became the attendant. Venerable Meghiya was attending Buddha, and they were going to somewhere. On the way, Venerable Meghiya found or saw a beautiful forest, just not that far away from where they were. So Venerable Meghiya, having seen that beauty and calmness, he wanted to go and do the meditation. So he went into the Buddha and asked the Buddha for 3 times, "Venerable Sir, I would like to go out and meditate in that beautiful forest." And the Buddha told him not to go for 3 times. And yet, the Venerable Meghiya went without listening the Buddha's instruction. So when he went into the forest and he was practicing meditation, but he couldn't meditate. His mind was so indulged in the sensual pleasure. The sensual pleasure, so-called kama tanha, was invading him, and he was not able to meditate despite of how hard he tried. At the end, he had to come back to the Buddha and reported to the Buddha that he could not meditate. So the Buddha told him that when the Buddha did not give a permission to Venerable Meghiya to go out and meditate in that forest, the Buddha knew that it wasn't the time, because at that time Venerable Meghiya was entertaining his senses and thinking that that forest, the beautiful forest, is a beautiful place to go and meditate and hopefully will get enlightened. And this story reminds me that at the moment of this situation, very uncertainty, wobbly, and we do not know how many months will it last. And after months in the situation, we do not know what it will bring to us. But yet we have some hopes and we have some plans that after this lockdown release and the virus been so-called ends, then we will plan this and that. It's like there is an English proverb saying that there is always green grass other side of the river. So we're looking for the a green or the better place in the future, not knowing this present moment at this time. And this is what is need to be understood, that this needs to be done it now in this time. And living at home alone or with the family, it's not easy. And as I mentioned yesterday already, that there are a number of domestic violence and abuse increased within this lockdown time. And people felt nothing to do and confined with this flat or a small house, nothing to do, and with the kids, and it's getting really hard. But those who have learned the meditation, have enjoyed this solitude in a way, isolation, lockdown, and something that they found is really, really helpful to deal with their life. I spoke with a family in London. They live in a flat, and they didn't have any chance to go out much. They have children. But within this 1 week time, 1 week after the lockdown began, the 1 week was really, really difficult to adjust. And human nature is such that we are very good at the adapting to the new lifestyles. Now she began to adapt along with her family in this flat. And what she told me, which is quite beautiful to share with every one of us, that she said it was so good and so fortunate that she had an opportunity to learn meditation. And she even said that if she didn't have a chance to learn meditation, it would have been very difficult to deal with this situation and self-isolating. So meditation is in a way helping her as well as her family to deal with this situation, isolation, and living in that flat. And what even more interesting to know, that it's become a routine that all the family comes together and do that routinely practice. Hello Ranjani, nice to see you online. I'm very glad to hear that you're safe now, you're well, and we look forward to see you in Aberdeen one day soon. Yeah, so it's become a routine, and that's like going to work. So the family has started to have 2 sets of meditation, or kind of chanting and a meditation in a day. So early morning, once they woke up after having a breakfast, there is a 1 hour of a time that all the family comes together and then do the chanting and do this little bit of a meditation. And then again, there is something to look forward in the evening too. So they simply waited for that another activity. So with that, the mind automatically set up that every day there is something to look forward to do. And this is the chanting and the meditation. And this afternoon again, this morning, I had a chance to talk to one of our members. And we realize we share the common view that because our mind is so pure, so clean, and out of worries, whatever will be after this lockdown release, we found that we have a less time, and every day time passes so quickly. So it is up to us that how do we want to be in this situation. And it doesn't matter not just in this situation, but also other situation too, and also in our day-to-day life too. It's a matter of us that how do we want to have happiness in our life? How do we want to be at peace in our life? It's our choice. It's our definition. And happiness and the suffering is up to us. If we deal with it properly, then we will be happy. If we deal with it improperly, thinking improperly, we won't be happy. So happiness, that's why there are two types of a happiness, the Buddha said. And one happiness is a physical happiness, and the second is a mental happiness. Now, for the physical happiness, it's not that hard to achieve it, isn't it? We all know that. We all know that to have a physical happiness. So when we are sitting for a long time, we get the pain, we change the position to stand or to walk, and we feel happy. When we are walking for a long time, we feel tired. Our muscles become tired, and then we sit down, and having changed slightless movements, we can feel happiness. And more when we go out and about with the connecting with the world, with the nature, seeing the deers passing, even here at the center. And just when I was doing a walking meditation at 5 o'clock, I saw 5 deers came in. It was so nice to see. And this is also physically walking, doing. And that's how we can get the happiness, a physical happiness. And more than that is, even the Buddha said, arokaya paramalabha. If we don't have any suffering, any illnesses, any sicknesses, then that is the great benefit that we have, right? But again, this physical sickness is inevitable because this body been created, and it's created in the basis of the 4 elements, and whenever these 4 elements become imbalanced, then we got sick. What about the mind? And which is the very important. I think I have mentioned 2 days ago about keeping our mind healthy. Yeah? And with this, the keeping a mind healthy is the way we do is simply to understand what's going on in ourselves, in our mind, and how to deal with that, how we react with it. Not worry, not thinking or stressed about the past and then not worrying about the future, but knowing the present moment here and now. An ability to enjoy and relax and smile to the moment that we have is the way to have happiness. And further up, happiness we can get through the mind which is free from unwholesome thoughts and having a concentrated mind, which is the second stages of having a happiness, mental happiness, and a greater happiness. Even the Buddha said that nibbhanang paramang sukhang. So the ultimate truth, the realization of ultimate truth is the greatest happiness. So there are happiness that we can achieve it. And with this lockdown, as I mentioned already, that in the past, before this lockdown, we were working so hard and we didn't have time to take a rest. And now, nature has given this opportunity, or simply telling us to have a good rest. And we are having a good rest. And this rest not just a physical rest, physically having a good rest, not just that. We have to rest our mind too. And resting mind, quite a number of people or many people think that's very hard, isn't it? Even when I mention, when I go to give a talks or lead a meditation, many people say it's very hard. Yeah? And that's because we don't know how to do. So, mental resting or having a rest mind is not that hard. It's very simple. No, the way is very simple. You simply do like this, okay? Know that what you are doing at that very moment when you are doing. If you are walking, you know that you are walking. If you are sitting, you know that you are sitting. If you are eating, you know that you are eating. You are not eating along with your thoughts. You are not eating your thoughts. You are not eating your plans. You are not eating the news of this coronavirus. But you are eating a food. So when you eat your food, feel the texture of the food, the warmness of the food, the taste of the food, whether it has enough salt or not, whether it is spicy or not, like that. So knowing whatever you are doing, and that how you will rest your mind in this present moment. And this is again form of a meditation. You don't have to think of, now I have to separate my time and sit down and do the meditation. No, you do not have to. Yeah, practice of a meditation is like you're collecting the points by doing bits and pieces in day-to-day life, and aware of that as you do in your day-to-day life. So when you're eating, you know that you're eating. Yeah. When you're walking, you know that you're walking. When you're sitting, you know that you're sitting. When you feel bored, you know that you're feeling bored. When you feel angry, you know that you feel angry. Some people say that when you meditate a lot, you will not get angry. No, you will get angry, but you know how to deal with that anger. Right? So, tonight, I just want to give you these advice to deal with this, okay? Like how to be. So resting our body and then resting our mind. And resting our mind is simple by simply knowing what you're doing, mindful of what you're doing, without having any opinions and any judgments. This is a reflection for tonight, and in a couple of minutes' time, we will have a chanting. You're most welcome to join this half an hour chanting, and then after the half an hour chanting, we will have the guided meditation again. So you're most welcome to practice guided meditation for half an hour too. Meanwhile, tomorrow is the Sunday. The weather gonna be very, very good, and again, if possible, do not go out, or if you have to, then be mindful, keeping in mind the social distances and keeping in mind all the guidance that the government has announced. Further, in afternoon tomorrow, Sunday afternoon, we will have a Songkran blessing chanting, the Asian New Year blessing chanting. After the blessing chanting, we will have this special chanting for the departed one, our beloved one who departed. We will do that. So you can send me your beloved one's names. Along with that, we will be remembering all those who passed away within this within this 1 month time because of the coronavirus, and also pray for those who are affected by it. So that's going to be tomorrow afternoon at 1 o'clock UK time. So if you're free, you're most welcome to join online on this ceremony, the blessing ceremony for New Year, the Asian New Year. I will be coming back again every night, 6:30 UK time, with some reflections or some talks. So if you have any subjects, matters that you want me to discuss or talk, or if you have any questions on meditation in particular and on Buddhism, you may text me too. So tonight I spoke on happiness because someone asked me to speak and then asked me to talk about the further development in the future. So that's why I covered that in vaguely. There is another one or two topics those who listened send me as well, so I will consider following days. So that's why if you have any topics or any subjects that you want me to discuss or talk, you may do so, and if you have any questions, you may text me too. Now in few minutes we will have a chanting. You can join with us. So thank you. May you be happy, stay safe. May the Buddha, Dhamma and the Sangha bless you.